This is how you kill your monthly telephone bill. This little guy is the Obihai Obi202 for Voice over IP.
Welcome to the channel. This is Technoscope.
What is Voice over IP, or VoIP? Voice over IP is a method for converting the analog phone signal from your landline to packet data which travels over the internet. Known examples of Voice over IP for consumer use is Vonage, Uma, Magicjack, which I actually have here, Google Voice, and of course the Obihai. Now the Magicjack is the device I've used for the last 4 years or so. I actually have two of them because with the Magicjack you need one device per phone line, which is where the Obihai 202 comes into play. The Obihai 202 has two phone lines per device. There is a Obihai 200 and many other devices. If you need one for 8 lines, they have it available, but they are mostly for business use. For consumer use, you're usually going to run into the 1 or 2 line. Now I do use this for business. I don't use landline for home use, but the 2 line is more than enough for my needs. 1 line is for the phone and 1 line is for the fax machine. So what are the capabilities of the Obihai Obi202? Of course, it does voice over IP, which allows you to take and receive, send and receive phone calls. It works with analog and digital phone lines. Digital is something you would run into if you had an office phone. The phones that usually have you press 9 before you dial out, those style phones are usually digital. Not something you'd run into in home use, but this device has the capabilities of doing both. You can also use it for fax machines, of course. That's one reason I'm using it. And it also acts as a router if it so happens that before you got the Obihai, the only other device you had was your computer and you don't have a router. You can actually plug your internet connection into one port and your computer into the other port and use this as a routing device. So how difficult is it to set up? Setup is extremely easy. If you can set up an email account, you can set up the Obihai. For Google Voice, create or use one Google or Gmail account for each voice line. Create your Obihai account and using your phone, follow the instructions to assign your device. Connect your Google accounts through the Obihai portal. Assign your Google Voice lines to the phone ports. And finally, set the forwarding on your Google Voice account. Obihai has step-by-step instructional videos to help with this process. It is very easy. So what is the cost of these services? For comparison, Vonage is $10 a month. That is a big price reduction if you were coming from a traditional phone service, which would probably charging you $30 to $50 a month, depending on the services you had. $10 a month is a huge drop in price. But Magicjack took that a step further, where the price was $30 a year, which I thought was fantastic when I first started using it. It can be more than that. There are optional services that can go with it. For instance, I had a semi-customized phone number, so it was $33 a year. Uma starts at $109. You have to buy the device. The services are free after that, unless you want the more advanced features, in which you'll have to pay a periodical fee. Google Voice is free, but there is a caveat that you need to have equipment to run Google Voice. That is where the Obihai comes into place. Obihai has a device called the Obi200, which is $48 currently on Amazon at the time I'm recording this. And this model is the Obi202, which has 2 lines versus the other one, which is only 1. This 2-line model is $70 currently on Amazon. So what are the drawbacks and cons? The main drawback is this device needs power to operate. So if you have a power outage and this is your only phone, you have no way to communicate with the outside world. You must have a cell phone or a battery backup device in more than one place, because not only do you need to have the device running, but you need to have your internet service running. And your internet service can depend on if you have a router or some kind of other box going on in the house. All things that lead from the outside world to this box must have backup power to work in a power outage. You need stable high-speed internet. I once had 5 megabit through Time Warner. It worked, but the service was so slow that only about one device in the house could use the internet at one time, so that may not be the best use. But if you have 10 megabit or faster, you should be fine. I've used it with 15 megabit Verizon Fios, and I've had no issues with that. But you do need a stable internet service to use this. There's no 911 service. That is dependent upon the service that you're using. I'm using Google Voice, and Google Voice does not have 911 service. There's no help in emergencies. If you really need help, you do not pick up this phone and dial 911. But the other services, Vonage, and Magicjack have 911 service. Magicjack, I know, charges a monthly fee of about $2 a month. The others, I believe, are free. So what's the conclusion? I rate this a TKSexcellent buy, which means it's an excellent use of your money. Very sexy buy. At $70, not only do you get the box, but using Google Voice, you will never have to make another payment on your phone service ever again. $70 one-time payment, and you have 2 phone lines forever. The reason I decided to upgrade is because these little guys, the Magicjack, requires a $30 annual fee, and when you're paying for 2 of them, that's $60 a year alone. $10 more, and I was able to buy this box, and I don't have to pay an annual fee for it. I basically just connect it to my phone line, and it works. What you're looking at is the actual phone I use for Twisted Curve. This is my business phone, and it is connected to the Obihai box. Also to the left, out of the picture, there is a multi-function printer that also doubles as a fax machine, which is also connected to this box. Now I will use this cheap track phone right here to dial this line and show you the Obihai in action. And as you can see, it's pretty quick. And as you can see, it works just fine. That is my wrap up of the Obihai. Do I think it's worth it? Definitely. This is a TKSexcellent buy. Definitely go out and buy this if you need a phone line, a business line, a fax line, or any other kind of landline. They're obsolete in most cases, but some people still need them. And this is the best use of your money by far. I'm Elemental Musgrove, and this is Technoscope.
Technoscope is a Twisted Curve production.